Hey guys, what's going on? How y'all doing, man? Me? Yeah, I'm doing fine. Well, yesterday I wasn't doing too fine. But before I get into that, my graphics card issue, I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna answer some questions and statements, whatnot. Gadiel says, hopefully I apologize for pronouncing your name wrong here. Gadiel says, 12 cores, holy moly. This is on the AMD 12 core, 6 gigahertz, 75 watts processor, Phenom 3, I think, or Phenom 4. Yeah, I think it's called Phenom 4. This is on that video, and I just have to say, I can't see it. I could see Intel do something like that. I don't know why, I just can't see it. I mean, AMD's always been really, the performance is good for gaming. Hell yeah, it's good. But I'm more concerned about the wattage. That's what gets me. 12 cores, 6 gigahertz, 75 watts, and then they have their other 5 gigahertz processor at 220 watts. Something don't seem right. If it was like 125 watts, it would have been even more believable. But I don't know, maybe it is true. It could be, probably not. Maybe it's a little bit different than that. I have no idea. But so far, no word than that. Everybody's still holding up the steamroller. So yeah, and secondly, yeah, don't do drugs. Okay, all right. John says, Windows 8 is heading in the right direction, but Bomber sucks. Thank God he's gone. Okay, that's enough of that. You see, the thing about Windows 8 is normally when there's new software, new operating system, new phone, new innovation, whatever, either two things are gonna happen. Either it's not ready for us, or we're not ready for it. When it comes to Windows 8, it's not ready for us. This next question, this next statement comes from TR1574N. Hey, are you like a droid or something? Are you like a droid? This question is, his statement is from the issue with my power supply overheating. And he said, sell it. The reason why, the first time I read it, I actually laughed. Because I did that with an Xbox 360. It was over, I don't know, it wasn't overheating, but it was freezing. I was playing the game, it was sticking on me. So I see some videos on YouTube with people complaining, oh, you know, first I realized it was starting to freeze, and then a couple weeks after, it gave me the red ring of death. And I said, okay, so I unplugged everything and I wrapped it up in a bag, took it to the store, and I sold it. I actually sold it to a person, so got rid of it, and that's what made me laugh. I laughed at first when I read the statement. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. She's a beauty. I could turn it in for a warranty. I have warranty on it, 5 years, of course. But what if I exchange it and it's the same problem? I'm gonna just let it do its thing. You know, if they say it's good for up to 50 Cs, okay, fine. You know, when I do have enough cash, I'll definitely sell it, and then I would get a Seasonic power supply, as I heard they are really good. Now, for my crazy shit that happened yesterday. So yesterday I was playing a game. And the game crashed. I heard popping sound in the speakers, and I got a little scared. I'm like, okay, my motherboard is dying? What's going on? I'm freaking out. I'm all over the place. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh shit, is it hot? I'm touching the case. Power supply gets hot, so I'm touching it. Like, you better not mess up my shit. And the screen it went green, and it started flicker. It didn't flicker, but the colors were different colors, and the white text was going green and brown and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, the graphics card, something's probably wrong with the graphics card. But I was playing the game, and the graphics card was about 80 Celsius. Not the most comfortable, but I think it was pretty decent. So I'm getting scared, man. I was scared, you know? And I'm like, oh God, is it dying on me? But I'm thinking, okay, I have a beta driver on. I should get rid of it, right? Wasn't the case. I couldn't get rid of it. I tried uninstalling it. When I uninstalled the beta driver, I ran Driver Sweeper. If you guys know what that is, that allows you to remove anything related to anything in your computer. So if you want to uninstall your graphics drivers, it will remove everything. All the registry keys, every file, everything will be gone. It'll delete everything like it was never installed there in the first place. So I removed it, and I restarted my computer, boot back up, proceeded to install version 13.4 of the AMD drivers, which is the stable version of it. Upon reboot, I bsod'd, man. I don't know what the hell happened. You know, I'm thinking maybe the card was dying and it didn't like it. At first is what I was thinking. But then I uninstalled the stable driver and I reinstalled the beta and it worked just fine. You know what they say, once you go beta. So I don't know what's going on. I'm really confused, but kind of always been having somewhat issues here and there, little hair issues. Nothing that big. But I was a bit scared. Then I was thinking it could have been my motherboard, it could be the power supply, it could be the graphics card, it could be the drivers. It could be any one of those things. Because the graphics card is also damaged, believe it or not. Last year with Hurricane Sandy, which tore up my entire house with water. With Hurricane Sandy, we were on a generator for like 2 months. We didn't have any power. We got the generator like a month in. So I'm running it on a generator, and I turned my computer on, and I heard a loud pop. The computer was right beside me. It's not at the bottom. It was right beside me. I heard a pop. I don't know. You know when you panic, like if a car is about to hit you, maybe you see the car coming at you, you freeze up. So when it popped, I froze up. I didn't know what happened. I was scared. I was freaking out, tensed up. I didn't know what was going on. Then I smelled something burning, and I turned the computer off. And I was checking the motherboard and everything to make sure everything was fine. It was fine. And then I smelled the graphics card, and something smelled burnt. So I opened it up, and I saw this. A blown MOSFET. So yeah. So that means now that one MOSFET is gone, I shouldn't be overclocking, and it puts a lot of strain on the other MOSFETs. So I overclock anyway to 900 and 1300 from 850 and 1200. So, and it was working fine. And when the glitch happened on the computer, the screen, everything all got all messed up, I wasn't overclocking. So I don't know what the hell. I'm thinking it's the beta drivers. I want to know, AMD needs to write me and tell me how, when I install a beta driver, I can't go back from it. I don't get it. Plus, I also flashed the BIOS. That was way back to lower the voltage, to back off some of that stress on the MOSFETs. I know I overclocked it. I'm crazy like that sometimes. I like to push shit to the limits. But with a MOSFET, or if one of your MOSFETs blew, there's no overclocking. Shouldn't even overclock. But I did it anyway because I'm a hard-headed dumbass and I like to do it. I like overclock. So yeah, I really didn't care. I mean, the card only cost $60, so. But I paid $65 for it with shipping, so it wasn't that expensive. But I won it for $65. I think it was going for like $80, $100 around there, but I won it for $65. I do plan on getting a 760, which is only $250, which is a really good deal if you ask me. But I'm still confused to the point as why the hell I can't go back to stable. If I go back to stable, I boot up my computer. It just BSODs, it just crashes. Unloading up Windows, it just crashes. I can't go back. And I install stable, it works just fine. I mean, I install beta, it works just fine. Stable crashes. What is everything backwards now? Like what? I don't know. Maybe some of you guys ran into this before. Maybe the card is dying. I was thinking of getting a second 5770 and pairing it with this, and that will equal up to a 5850, I believe, in power. Yeah, it's going to be sucking a lot of power. Going SLI, crossfire, it'll suck up a lot of power. But yeah, I really don't know what to do with it. I'm probably now at this point getting a second 5770 is off the list. Might just get a 760 or some other card. If I can find another card, I could probably pick up a 560. Pick up two 560. That totals up to about a 680. I don't know. Depends. I want to do SLI. I've never done dual cards before, so I want to do that, and without exceeding the wattage, which is 650 watts on my computer. I don't know about the 760 and SLI. I don't know how much watts that's going to use. I think the card uses about 190 watts. I'm taking off my head here. I'm not really sure. So that should work just fine in SLI. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe you guys know something about this. Maybe you guys can give me some input and what could be triggering this. Why the hell is it happening? Because I don't know if the card is dead or dying. I'm thinking it probably is, but I can't be for sure because the driver, it won't let me uninstall the beta driver. And ever since I reinstalled the beta driver, the issues went away. It never came back. So yeah, leave a comment below what you think. Talk to y'all later. You know, I've heard some graphic issue, driver issues, and even on the and even what?